Hey, what's up, kings and queens? It's Dio.
And it's Say, you guys, we're back by popular demand.
Yeah, we are.
This time we're doing another one, gotta go. This time it's Comedies Edition.
Man, let's go ahead and get into it. I don't even want to hear the names. I'm just ready to go ahead and get into the controversy.
Oh.
I'm just playing.
I would say, well, I'm going to tell them the names real quick. Okay, so it's Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Bill Burr, Bernie Mac, Jerry Seinfeld, and George Carlin. So
you know that.
Nah. You know I be butchering words bad, bro.
Right, man. You should know that one.
Yes. Okay. So, Theo, you know, you got to choose the first person. Who we working with?
Let's start out with Big Daddy Mac, Uncle Mac, Bernie Mac. I don't even know what
Say
I
was. Say it with your chest.
No, that's Kevin Hart. Oh my god.
Even though I kind of feel like he stole that from Bernie Mac a little bit, because I feel like I saw Bernie Mac say it with your chest on his show before. I really feel like I have.
You know what he talking on the Bernie Mac show?
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what, I can hear him saying it.
I don't know. I mean, I might be wrong, but whatever.
Well, Bernie Mac with some milk and cookies. Some milk and cookies.
Okay, so for Bernie Mac, he was a comedian, an actor, and an author. They said that he has 6 stand-up specials. He might have more. If he does, let us know down below. Yeah. And then I was kind of mad because for the other comedians, I was able to find the different topics that they talked about in their comedy specials. But for Bernie Mac, they didn't have that listed. So it's like, I know he talked about, like, obviously his life and his family. And then, like, for that one we had saw where he was, like, in New York. You know
that one was funny. That video was funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name of it, though. Sorry.
I'll look it up. I said, well, while I'm looking it up, I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. That one. So it's like, you know, and he was talking about, like, how he had, like, a big thing. So obviously he talked about, like, sex and females and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he talked about African-American culture, obviously.
Can I cut you off real quick? Just because you was on the subject of the video we watched. I liked how somebody had gave us the information. They said the person before Bernie Mac was bombing bad and the audience was booing and everything like that. And that's why he came out there saying what he said about him having a big old dick. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers and all that stuff, and got the crowd involved and everything like that.
So that makes me wonder whether, like, his set was even like, to begin, like, beforehand.
Yeah.
Was it a totally different set and he just switched the shit up?
He probably improv'd it. Probably. But that just showed me that he had good crowd control. Like, he can control the crowd. Control the crowd.
Yeah.
Real nicely.
He also was on, like, the original Kings of Comedies with, like, Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer. Was it D.L. Hughley? And I don't know if there was anybody else.
Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac, Cedric. Yeah, just them folk.
Okay. So, yeah, we know that, like, he could carry his own whenever he's on the stage, obviously. As well as, like, with the TV show, because I feel like the Bernie Mac show was around for a long ass time. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. And then he did several movies too, and I think I took a screenshot of it too.
That one movie with him and what's the guy name? Always the Scientologist guy.
Oh, who?
The Scientologist.
There's so many.
The fat one. He was in the movie with Halle Berry. When she showed off her body. You know, she showed the titties, and she was in Swordfish. He was in Swordfish. What is that guy's name?
I don't know. I'm gonna list the movies that he's been in, and let me see what they said. He was in Booty Call, Friday, The Players Club, Head of State, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, Bad Santa, Guess Who, Pride, Soul Man, Transformers, Old Dogs, and Madagascar. Man, I was thinking about. Well, Soul Man, that was with him and Samuel L. Jackson. So I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm thinking about. Damn, what was that man's name?
It's not on here.
It don't matter.
But
I like Soul Man too.
I could tell, like, I've only really watched Bernie Mac comedy-wise, like, a few times. Obviously, from the stand-up that we watched recently. And then, like, the Kings of Comedy. But I liked him as an actor. I feel like he did a great job. And, like, I like watching his show. Like, I still put it on and watch it every now and then. Yeah. And then I don't know how I forgot that he was, like, in movies. But because I know he was in movies. I don't know if I realized he was in Booty Call.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't really remember him in Booty Call. Yeah. But the thing is, like, what I realized is when we watch a lot of old movies, he'll pop up even in a small part and everything. Like, oh, shit, forgot Bernie Mac was in it.
Life.
Yeah, life jiggling.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, he is jiggling. Jiggling.
Yeah.
Jiggling.
So he let his presence be known, not just when it came to comedy, but he also stepped out and did other things, which I noticed kind of a lot of these comedians did that as well on the list. Like, they had multiple sources of income and multiple ways to show us that they were as funny as they are.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
I was going to say, I was going to ask you first, but I was going to say mine first and you can think of yours. Okay. I think the first time I really seen Bernie Mac was either on Life or Friday. I think it was Friday. Of course, because I used to watch that as a child for a long ass time.
Yeah.
All the time. When he was the preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, goddamn.
Hey, you know what? For the longest, I didn't realize he was like the preacher.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
No, like, it's weird because the main thing I remember him from is Life and the Players Club. $1 bill.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main thing I remember him from. When he be like, yeah, man, get your ass out there and make some money. Nigga. He hit the bell. He's like, you know, they start dancing and shit like that. That's the main thing I really remember him from.
Oh, God. He brought a memory up.
Yeah, and then I just remember how big, like, what his eyes are when he would be doing stand-up. He would bug his eyes out like nobody's business. Or like on the Bernie Mac show, how he was with the kids. Like, it was funny to me.
Oh, man. I'm glad we opened up with Bernie Mac. Like, I could do a whole video talking about Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We might... Damn, I don't even want to stop talking about him. But the show must go on.
Okay.
Next person we'll get to is... Let's just go ahead and stay on TV a little bit.
Okay.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay. So, for Jerry Seinfeld... he was a comedian, actor, writer, producer, director, and he's considered as the 12th greatest stand-up comedian of all time. And then some of like what he talked about is American culture, American politics, everyday life, gender differences, human behavior, social awkwardness, pop culture, current events. So those are like for his stand-ups. Now, I wasn't able to find out how many stand-ups he did. Yeah. But obviously we know he has them because he's like 12th greatest stand-up comedian of all time.
Yeah, I think he like... I feel like he had... I'm guessing. I feel like he had like 46 or something up there with like stand-up specials or something. I may be wrong, but it's like... Or maybe that's not what I'm thinking about. Maybe I'm thinking like he being like one of the highest paid comedians or the highest paid comedian.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Damn. But Jerry Seinfeld, I know a lot of people love Jerry Seinfeld because he's a clean comedian, and a lot of people want dirty comedians to not be so dirty and want to be more like Seinfeld. Or back then, they wanted them to be more like Seinfeld. So I feel like Seinfeld really paved the way for a lot of people. Not the dirty people, obviously.
Like kind of clean cut.
Yeah, the clean cut, business, suit guy type of guy, just telling jokes. Yeah, you know, having a good time. Take you around your day, you can tell them jokes, and you know they laughing and stuff like that. And I remember him from the show. I used to watch Seinfeld all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the main thing I remember him from is his TV show. Like I think that's how I was first really introduced to Jerry Seinfeld, not really knowing that he was a comedian like that. Even though on his show, like either at the beginning,
at the very beginning,
and sometimes at the end they would show him where he'd be doing like stand up, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they would go on with the show, and I liked his show a whole lot. I still watch that shit to this day.
Even with old dude on there that said nigga, was told the nigga jokes. The nigga guy, like from South Park. What is it, Kramer?
Yeah, Kramer.
And he was funny to me on there. He's still funny to me. Like, I don't care.
Fucking odd on there because he used to be doing like the weirdest shit on the show.
With his crazy hair.
Yeah, he's just all over the place. Like, and then Jerry was like always kind of chill, and so was Elaine for the most part. Elaine always had like extra drama, but
and that fat guy that looked like Drew Carey.
Damn, I can't think of his name.
But yeah, man, I like Jerry Seinfeld. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen any of his stand-up comedies. We need to do some reactions to it so we can get to know some.
Yeah, get to know him a little bit better.
Obviously, a lot of people love him, and we don't know much about him stand-up wise, but we need to see what's going on with that. Yeah,
we just mainly know about him from his show, which kind of sucks. And I mean, let's see, he was in the B movie. He was like, I think he was like the main character's voice for that cartoon movie.
Yeah.
And let me see what else.
Hey, Jerry Seinfeld had some woman had tried to kiss Jerry Seinfeld because I think she was like a big old fan. Yeah, he curved her ass. Shit, y'all can't get mad. He said, "You want no lips on here?"
I don't blame him. He was trying to kiss somebody. Like what the fuck?
Jerry,
I can respect that like 110%.
Oh man, that's real. That's real. He said, man, nah. Almost everybody got that hurt. You even put that on my cheek.
What the hell? Okay.
Sore or something.
So y'all, well, real quick, since we don't really know a lot about Jerry, write down like your favorite comedy special of his, so that way we could give it a try and watch it. And that goes for everybody that we're doing on this list too.
Or just give us a little more info about the comedian.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of stuff we're gonna miss about each person. And the thing about it is, which y'all can get excited about. Just because we talking about them in this video, some people gonna be in different ones. Because I want Bernie Mac in the other ones with the Kings of Comedy.
Oh yeah,
because he was my top king of comedy.
Oh,
well,
really?
even though they was like self-proclaimed king of comedy and stuff like that. But yeah, he was my favorite one out of all of them.
I don't know. I would say I kind of feel like Steve Harvey might have been mine. And then Bernie, but now I feel like it would lean more towards Bernie, but never D.L. Hughley. Yeah, I see him humping over there.
Yeah, man.
Chico just stay humping his blanket. It don't make no sense. We got to get him neutered.
He chew on the blanket. He chew on the blanket and then he hunch it.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, side note, and then we'll get back into it. I just took his ass out there to take a shit. Came in, cleaned his booty and all that stuff. As soon as he cleaned his booty, I thought he was running out to find safe. I like, this nigga silly. She ain't in the bedroom. She in the living room. So I walk around. He ain't even in the bedroom. He right exactly around the corner, just hunching this damn blanket. I'm like, nigga, you just shitty. You went straight to hunching.
You like, man, I had to get that weight off of me real quick. Now I gotta handle business.
Walk in here to start filming. Look, he dragging his blanket in
here.
Just so that way he'll try to drag his blanket where we at.
Like, you really want to see him hunch. Good God.
And then start chewing on it afterwards.
It's so weird.
Last thing, if y'all seen our last live stream, that nigga shit on my foot. Okay, check out the ending of the one. I even named it that. That nigga shit on my foot. The very end. Yeah, I said at the beginning, Chico shit on my foot. You know, I pooped on my foot. Oh my God. So yeah, if y'all want to see that, go to our live stream, click on the last 2 minutes where we wrapping it up, and that nigga diarrhea shit. You hear it. You can see the people comments.
He was sick. He ate Shadow's food. But okay.
All right. Let's go on back and let's get back.
Who's next, Theo? Do you want me to pull up everybody? We already did Jerry Springer and Bernie Mac. So let's see who you got left.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into George Carlin.
Okay. So he is a comedian, actor, author, and social critic. He supposedly did 14 stand-up specials. It might be more than that. And then he is the top 10 comedians. He's like #1 of the top 10 comedians of U.S. audience.
What?
Yeah. Some of the topics that he's talked about is American culture, society, religion, politics, psychology, profanity, everyday life, language, mass media, death, family, race relations, and old age. And I can see him talking about that because of the video that we had did for his, which I'll pull it up while you go ahead, Theo. Okay,
so my thing is, George Carlin to me, he seemed like, from that one video, I'm more interested in seeing more of his stand-up. Because he seemed like either like a mentor or like a teacher or a professor or something that's giving you a story, telling you straightforward how it is, and making it funny.
Educating you at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, making it funny. He teaching you something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that shit, now that's valuable.
And
I like that.
The one we did on him was like on fat people, but he talked about so many other different topics besides that, and that video was 13 minutes, and I don't think... Well, that, we talked in it. So his is probably like 10 minutes. But yeah, he was very informative. He was funny too. Yeah. And then like you said, I want to learn more about him. I want to see more of his stand up and just do some research on him to see what all he had to offer. Because clearly he made an impact on the world.
Like, it's a shame that he already passed away. Because I would have loved to hear him on the Joe Rogan Experience, on the podcast and stuff like that.
I think he passed away in like 2008.
Yeah, people was commenting that down. But just to see like more of his thoughts, and everything. I'm pretty sure it's like the same as what's going on right now and how we think about everything with politics and just life and.
Yeah, because it kind of seemed like that from the one we saw. Like, we was like, damn, this shit's still going on nowadays. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And what? Damn, there's something else I was about to say. Shit, I can't remember what else I was about to say dealing with him.
You said he had 14 comedy specials. I like how he just walk around like it's a fucking like professor, not just professor. What
like an auditorium type thing?
Exactly. Just going, just talking to you and everything.
He looked like a fucking professor. Well, he looked like a professor.
Just sharing wisdom and everything, man. That shit cool. Like his opinions.
He looked like...
I dig that.
He seemed like the type of comedian that he don't really give a fuck whether he offend you because he's stating facts, which I can appreciate that. It's different if somebody say some shit and they just like, they don't even know what the fuck they be talking about.
Yeah.
But it seemed like everything that he was saying, at least in that special, probably other ones as well, he had enough information to be able to back it up.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that in a comedian.
Last thing, I want to know, y'all comment down below because we haven't seen any of his other stand-ups, but like I see how he does this comedy where he's speaking about, you know, politics. Well, not politics, just speaking about stuff around the world. Mm-hmm. But I want to know if he like has he done like, you know, a Joey Diaz type comedy where he tells a story. Like I want to hear a story type deal from him. Like I want to hear a story from him.
Well, yeah, y'all let us know if he has one like that. That would be interesting to see. Okay, so next it is, well, you get to choose between these three.
Let's bring it back black. Let's bring it back black. Y'all ain't going one of the greatest of all time, Richard Pryor. A whole lot of people marvel they comedy after him.
Shoot, Eddie Murphy did. I read that when I was looking up information about him.
Exactly. Man.
But Richard Pryor they had him as considered as the #1 for the 100 greatest stand-up comedians of all time.
Oh man!
He was a comedian, actor, and a social critic. He did 7 stand-ups. He won an Emmy and I think like 5 Grammys. And then he talked about racism, race relations, American politics, African American culture, human sexuality, religion, self-deprecation, everyday life, and recreational drug use. Now, Richard Pryor was on a whole other fucking level. And
cocaine's a hell of a drug. For real, man.
Like, I fuck with Richard Pryor. I like Richard Pryor. Like, he just, like, anytime I watch any of his stand-ups, or him, like, in movies before, he just seemed funny. And he seemed like he had, like, a good attitude. And at the same time, he don't give a fuck what he says.
Exactly. Like, him bringing up that I think he said he sucked dick or some shit. He said some shit.
He said he sucked dick?
Fuck. It's somebody, was he fucking, I might be bringing up the wrong name. What is the dude's name? Like,
wait, are you talking about
that white dude?
Oh.
What's that white dude's name? Dang, man. But yeah, man. Cause what talked about it, I think. Oh my gosh!
You talking about that musician, the
Quincy Jones?
Yeah, Quincy Jones is the one that he started telling like random stuff. I don't know whether he was talking about. Did he say something about Richard Pryor?
Bruh, just comment down. I'm not comment. Google like Richard Pryor gay. That's all you have to do, I guess, and then maybe they do it. I heard on the Joey Diaz thing they was talking about it, all that stuff, but. Richard Pryor didn't give a fuck what he talked about.
He slept with Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, that's who it is.
And they said that Richard Pryor's widow had confirmed that he had slept with Marlon Brando. Richard Pryor don't give a fuck.
I know, but
he said he gonna get down how he want to get down.
Side note: I don't really know Marlon Brando. I only really first known him when I was small from watching Celebrity Deathmatch, and they used to have Marlon Brando on there to fight. Like, or something like that.
Wait, let me look up Marlon Brando. Oh,
but
he was pretty. Well, he looked alright when he was younger. When he got older,
yeah, I think he had got real fat too. I don't know.
When did you think they messed with each other? When they was both younger?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know.
He was an actor.
I didn't get too deep in that story.
Oh, he was in The Godfather?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But anyways, Richard Pryor, He didn't give a fuck what he said. He was straightforward. He was funny. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really see any of his stand-ups like that. I want to do some reaction to his stand-ups as well.
He was in several movies.
That's what I was gonna say. I love him in the Harlem Nights. I love him in Harlem Nights with Eddie Murphy and Red Fox.
And that woman.
Not Gladys Knight.
No.
I know, I'm trying to think of that.
No. Oh, she played in Touched by an Angel.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Eddie shot her fucking foot off, her toe off.
I can see her face. Let me see if I can find. Okay. Because I want to actually say her name. Della Reese, yeah. Man. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. And Jasmine Guy.
Huh?
Jasmine Guy from A Different World was in there too. Sorry, y'all. I didn't realize that.
I remember her. She was finna kill Eddie Murphy because she was sleeping with him and stuff like that. And she was on the other side of the gang. She was on like a gang side or some shit like that, mafia side, some shit like that. She was married to the mob guy, some guy. Some junk like that. They were sleeping with each other, and she had the gun hiding under the pillow.
Crazy ass.
But y'all, let us know y'all favorite Richard Pryor stand up, so we're gonna react to it. Let us know like some more controversial stuff. You got anything else on him? Because like I really don't know much about Richard Pryor,
about it.
But I know everybody, like almost everybody, like comedian wise and actor and all that shit. Well, mostly comedians. Well, comedians, they always talk about Richard Pryor and how he did this, that, how hilarious he was, this and that. And I want to know, because I ain't really watched too many of his movies neither.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like Theo said, y'all tell us some more information about Richard Pryor. All right, Theo, it's between Eddie Murphy and Bill Burr.
Go and get Bill Burr out the way.
Okay.
So. Motherfuckers on YouTube love Bill Burr.
Hell yeah.
Because I did not know about Bill Burr before
YouTube?
Nah, not even that. I knew Bill Burr from the Joe Rogan Experience, but then, yeah, I didn't know, like, his stand-up and stuff.
See, I didn't realize, like, that his name was Bill Burr. And you remember, I watched Breaking Bad, but I never paid attention to, like, names like that. I didn't realize that was him until we did, like, the video. It was like, he's in Breaking Bad. And I was like, shit, he was in Breaking Bad. Like, you know.
Oh, I remember him from Chappelle Show, too. Because
I remember him from the Chappelle Show.
He was in like the race it was like a race bit that they did, a little race comedy sketch they did where the race draft. You don't know about it? Basically they had like a person from the white people, black people, Asian, everything like that, and they get to draft what person they want from each race and put it in their race and stuff like that, and make trades and stuff. Huh?
Did they draft him?
No, he was one of the commentators.
Oh. Okay, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that clip. Then.
Yeah. And then I think he was in one where it was like they was doing like a parody to like one of these beer commercials. I forgot what, I'm trying beer and all that shit with the Captain Morgan. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. But they did one of the things like that, Dude's Night Out, and where they went out and getting drunk and came back. One time they fucked like transsexual hookers or some shit like that. At least one of them did. Got his dick sucked.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it was deep. All the way back down there from Chappelle Show. So I guess I knew him from the Chappelle Show, but I didn't know who he was. I knew his face.
Okay.
But when I first knew who he was from Joe Rogan Experience, the End of the World podcast, when he was on there with everybody else, and that nigga was outshining he was outshining everybody with his fucking jokes. I was like, damn, really? I want Joey Diaz up there too, because that shit would have been a hell of a combination. And he went and talked about Joe Rogan's Little Rascals hat.
Wait, did you put it on TV one time?
No, I just told you about it. I want to show you because that shit is so hilarious. That nigga hat, bro. You should have seen Joe Rogan's hat. That shit was trash.
Wait, was it like a countdown before the year was ending or something?
It was countdown before Trump became president because it was gonna be the election. I feel like
you would put that on the TV too.
Yeah,
I remember seeing something about was he in his little ass hat?
Yeah, because it was like I think it was like a 3 or 4 hour podcast or whatever. So I only put it on for like probably like 30 minutes or an hour when he was there.
Okay. Well, real quick, I guess Bill Burr, he was a comedian, actor, writer, producer, podcaster, which is basically everything you just said. Mm-hmm. He's did 6 stand-up specials, might be more than that, but that's what they listed. And then he's considered like a comedian's comedian. So it's like, you know, he's relatable to everybody. Some of the things he's talked about is sports, self-deprecation. I cannot say that shit. Religion, race relations, feminism, gender, dating, current events, and conspiracy theories. And we've actually watched a good bit amount of Bill Burr's little bits.
Because y'all love Bill Burr, so we got to give it to y'all.
Right. So, Theo, out of the ones that we watched, do you have, like, a top one?
What was the one where I almost died on?
That was the losing your shit one.
That's the I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
That's what we did like a month ago.
I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I forgot because I laughed and I started coughing like
I'm fucking die.
I've been coughing my lung, my heart. Man, I was sweating.
I don't know which one I like the best from him. I really liked the muffins one and the losing your shit, and I like the helicopter one too. That was funny. That was funny. But we did the Some People Need Lotion, where we found out like a lot of white people didn't know about lotion like that.
We used to have like in high school, we used to have like on days we didn't have shit to do in the band room. We used to have black people over here, had the white people on this side, and we played the game talking about. So we were seeing like a black person onto the white side and be like, why do white people smell like dogs when they get wet in the rain? And they come back and they see the white person over there and they say some real racist shit. That shit was funny. We like us bad kids, like we was tighter than everybody else. Don't try to pull that shit with me right now or anything like that. But you know what I'm saying? That shit was funny. We were bored and like that shit was funny and shit. And we didn't tell nobody and all that shit because you know we don't want people looking at us like like people. But that was some funny shit. That just, I don't know why I brought that story up. Why did I bring that story up?
I don't know.
Dang, what were we talking about before this? We were
talking about, like, Bill Burr's, just different things that we watched, and then about, I said I didn't know, like, a lot of white people didn't know about.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Oh, yeah, that's it. We came over there, and, it was something about lotion and shit like that. They really didn't know about lotion and talking about they don't get ashy and all that different shit like that. That's why I brought it up. Okay. I just went to one of the most hard jokes nastiest jokes we went to. My bad.
You good, baby?
That was just a funny memory. I'm sorry.
You good? Okay, so the next and final person we'll do is Eddie Murphy. And then let me flip over. So he's a comedian, actor, screenwriter, singer, and a film producer. And they said that he did 2 stand-up specials, but I thought it was more than that, but I guess not. And then he's listed as number 10 of the greatest stand-up comedians. And he talked about African-American culture, race relations, racism, marriage, sex, everyday life, pop culture, and current events.
Eddie Murphy ain't care. I don't remember his special because we watched it.
I would say, you don't remember that shit?
No, I'm saying I didn't remember his jokes.
I remember his outfit, the red tee.
Exactly.
Yeah, the red outfit. Like,
the red leather.
What was it called? Like, it's like...
But my thing is, like, I remember when we was watching it because it was years ago.
Delirious. I wanted to say that, but I was like, not for sure. But I mainly, with Bill Burr, because I don't know if I said this with Bill Burr, I know him from YouTube. And then from, like, Breaking Bad, after y'all told me he was in Breaking Bad. And then with Eddie Murphy, I mainly know him when it comes to his movies and stuff like that. Like Coming to America, Norbit, The Nutty Professor, definitely the Nutty Professor, and Life. And
Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah, and Daddy Daycare, Shrek, because he was donkey.
Exactly. He was going on a terrible. He was going on a run. Like you know how the film industry was like mudding out, fucking the shit out of Rob Schneider. Like basically, Rob Schneider was a hoe in movies, just being in this movie, that movie, this movie. You remember that time? That's basically Eddie Murphy. He was just
but I feel like Eddie Murphy's
making that shit.
Movies were like better,
way better.
Yeah,
I'm just comparing like how many movies they were doing.
Did you ever see Boomerang?
No, I ain't watched Boomerang.
That was a good ass movie right there, and he was in Mulan, Harlem Nights.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in
Dreamgirls. I forgot he was in Dreamgirls.
You know, I ain't watched Dreamgirls.
I know you did.
But I did see a part of it, but he was in none of it.
Beverly Hills Cop, Bowfinger with Steve.
Damn, Eddie Murphy got some money, boy. God damn. And these hits.
Yeah. Steve Martin. I like Steve Martin too, for the record. But Eddie Murphy played in a bunch of fucking movies. I'm just scrolling. But okay. So, yeah. With Eddie Murphy, it was mainly for me movies compared to comedy. And then somebody we knew had showed us his comedy special. And I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, he had a song that, my girl likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Yeah. He could have kept that.
For real. For real.
But, yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and read the comments from you guys. So let me get to it real quick.
I'm just going through these blueberries.
You are good.
Delicious. You want some?
No, it's
not right now, huh?
Focus.
Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know right now. At the last minute, we're like, dang, maybe we should have subtracted one person. You know, switched out some people. We should have added in Louis C.K. But we'll do that next time.
Okay. Do you want to mark or you good? You done eating?
Yeah, I'll eat with this finger anyway.
Okay. Okay, so fuck that Puto's name. Said Jerry Seinfeld has to go. He's just not as funny as the other five. Don't get me wrong, all of them are great, but Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy and Bernie Mac are legends, and Bill Burr is on his way to becoming one himself. Besides, like I said, Seinfeld just isn't as funny as the others. And like 7 people like that.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, and with that one that we just did before, so many people was liking shit when it came to you know who.
Oh, y'all gotta watch it.
James Stout says Seinfeld, he's alright, but not really my taste in humor. Trayvon Talk says Jerry Seinfeld drowned in a gin shot straight. That's fucked up. Damar Fulmer said, I would say Jerry Seinfeld never really watched his show all like that.
Hey, wait. Now, I'm finna change it up right now. I'm gonna still do Seinfelds and stuff, but I guess I ain't gonna count him. I'm gonna go to the next comedian since everybody picking Seinfeld.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Justin Cardina said, Jerry. LOL, but yeah, Jerry got to go. D Knight said, Mr. Seinfeld simply doesn't make me laugh as much as the others. Mad Money says, Seinfeld, unfortunately, it just has to be. He was in the B movie. That's not the stuff of legends.
Damn, man.
Jay Boogie said, Bernie Mac is more personality than he is funny. He just doesn't have the jokes, but makes up for it with enthusiasm. He needs to go.
Oh, man.
George is a close second. He's more social commentary than he is comedian. His stuff just hasn't aged as well as the others. And Maurice said Jerry. Ryan Motor said Richard Pryor, just because out of all these awesome comedians, his work I know the least of. And Brandon Jones said Jerry Seinfeld, he doesn't have the longevity of the others and he's not as funny. Sick Tourette said, throw the Jew down the well, LOL, Borat joke, not mine. But seriously, keep on burning. Was it Carlin?
Carlin. Yeah.
Carlin. Those guys have fewer limits and know what they're doing. So
they want me to take out what you call it, Jerry.
Yeah. Remy Run said Jerry Seinfeld. That trolling Master 69 said easy as pie for me, Seinfeld. Never really understood why he's one of the highest paid stand-up comedians.
Told you.
Patrick said Eddie Murphy is funny, but his body of work as a stand-up is lacking. John Thompson said Seinfeld. X.22X said Jerry gotta go. James Gal said Seinfeld for me, he's a good comic, not hating on the guy, but everything he does is pretty standard observational comedy by today's standards. Where the other guys on this list were incredible storytellers that keep you on the edge of your seat.
I like that.
Yeah, Trace Sully said, honestly, this might sound bad, but any of these white ones never even heard their jokes.
Okay, so I gotta do all the white people.
Yeah. Hypocrite Kill said, if any of you say Bill Burr, you're a goddamn lie. I say Bernie Mac, though, for no particular reason other than I just don't find him as funny as the others. Aaron Levi Clark said, if this was Larry David instead of Seinfeld, I probably couldn't let one go, but since that isn't the case, I'll go with Seinfeld. Robert Baldwin said, Seinfeld, do you ever comedy is lazy and cheap? The others are intellectual comedians, so that do you ever was like one of his stand-ups. Okay. LeVar Cole said, Jerry Seinfeld, the Seinfeld show, gotta go, coach.
Damn.
And then Tiger Snake Sex Demon said, easy, Seinfeld can't compete with the others. I Am Me said Carlin and Mac are overrated. Fight me.
Oh, so he won both of them.
Yep. And then Blake Emsley says, sorry, Jerry, time to go. That's it.
Damn, y'all.
Maybe we shouldn't have chose Jerry.
I know, right? Yeah.
This was a bad pick.
Jerry probably like for the older people, like the older, bougier people or something.
I don't know.
I don't know neither. Maybe he just ain't funny. Hey, like I said, we gotta do a reaction to it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do it. So obviously, Jerry Seinfeld has the most with motherfucking 21.
21?
9 plus 12 equals
21.
Wait, that is 20. Wait.
That is 21. Wait, but did they say 9 plus 12?
I know. I'm my dumb ass on here giving the. I can't even do the joke right.
Because you know how to count. But okay.
Oh my God.
So Jerry had 21. Richard Pryor had 1. Eddie had 1. Bill had 1. Bernie had 3. And then George had 2.
So that means Bernie Mac is eliminated because we're not doing Jerry Seinfeld, obviously.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. So
that's sad, man. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Y'all gonna kill him off this too. Damn, man. Fucked up.
Excuse me. So who are you picking, baby?
Oh shit. Yeah, we gotta pick ours. Well, I don't know shit about airline food, so I'm going to pick Jerry Seinfeld. And just because we're not doing Seinfeld anymore, I have to pick a different one. I will pick I'll have to go with George Carlin.
That's who I was going to choose. Because I like Seinfeld show. So I would actually choose George Carlin until I watch a little bit more of his things. But, I mean, I guess just as a whole.
How about this? Oh, my bad. Go.
As a whole, I would pick George Carlin to go. Only because I've only watched one of his, like, stand-ups. But then, comedy-wise, like, coming against stand-ups, I would have to pick Jerry because I haven't watched any of his stand-ups before, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
So, how about this? Let's do it out of these 4.
Out of Richard, Eddie, Bill, and Bernie?
Yeah, who gotta go?
What? Okay. Are we just doing stand-up? We doing comedy?
We doing everything. That's tough, Coach. I already got mine.
I'm gonna have to kick Richard Pryor to the curb.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. Sorry, y'all. I got to kick Burr out.
I like Bill Burr.
Man, I was living life good before I knew about Bill Burr, too.
Like, killed these fucking blueberries. I'm sorry. I just, realized it. Look, y'all.
I just opened the pack.
He just opened the pack before we started filming. Fatty. But you kicking Bill Burr?
All the antioxidants. But, yeah.
All right. So, then, who you keeping? Okay, now we're going to cut it down. Bernie, Eddie, or Richard? Who you kicking to the curb?
I'm kicking Richard. I'm kicking Richard Pryor. Only because I don't even know why I'm marking. Only because I just know Eddie more as a person, man. I grew up with Eddie, man.
You know him more as a person.
I mean, like as me, I grew up, man. Dr. Doolittle, 1 and 2.
Okay,
life.
Hey. All right, then Eddie or Bernie?
Damn, we should have thrown Martin Lawrence in there. Say what?
Eddie or Bernie?
I think Bernie Mac's more funnier than Eddie Murphy. I gotta go with Big Bernie Mac, the Big Mac. I ain't watched Bernie Mac in a minute though. That's the thing. I couldn't get his imitations out real quick.
I could tell.
I was trying to think. Who you choose?
What? Between who?
Richard and Bernie.
Yeah, I'm kicking Richard to the curb. I already kicked Richard out.
Eddie and Bernie.
I don't know.
Damn, this about to be another 40-minute video. Hurry up, please.
I'm gonna kick Bernie to the curb.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all thought about this video. We will see you guys later. Y'all choose. Let us know a different one y'all want us to do, man. Yeah. Peace.